as part of your concept of the system, you will move away from seeing a nightmare in lack of reliability, lack of hygiene, lack of consistency, lack of honesty, lack of hygiene, so a lack of communication. You will move away from looking at the skills only, Sawa, and you will see that I have number of pool of people who I just want I want to screen. I want to really pin them. I want to see whether they fit my brand. Yeah, you are not overthinking, Hannah. You are not overthinking. Are we at 15K? Yes, we are at 15. My point number 3 is the technical skill test. While you're doing the technical skill test, you want to assess, do these people actually understand the kind of services that they do, meaning to their strength? And I want us to elevate our method. I'm talking from experience. Many times, people walk to your brand, to your salon, your barbershop or spa, and while they do the oral interview, the next step is you will link them to one of the staff. If it is happening in your brand, you let me know. If it is not, also you let me know. You will link them to one of the staff, one of the barber, one of the beautician. Alafu nawambia, enda kwa ule atakufanyia nails. Enda kwa ule, umesema unafanya tips, unafanya gelex, unafanya overlays, you do gum gel. Please go to that person. You say that you do what is this? You do Swedish massage. This will be actually nani beautician ABC. Enda kwa huyu, enda ufanyie practical. Now, instead of that, our recommendation is ensure you have prepared before. And preparation means ensure that the services that this person is doing, you have a mood board. The mood board means you have a gallery of nails, a gallery of braiding services, a gallery of barbershop services, and this gallery is not, why am I having a stable connection, guys? This gallery, everyone who, the gallery is in one folder. So you are asking this candidate, among these nails, nail A, nail B, nail C, nail D, ni gani unaweza fanya poa? You are asking this candidate, this kind of braiding, which one do you do it very, very well? Because pia wewe umetengeneza kwa mood board yako very good inspos that somebody can imitate. We are moving away from somebody doing their own madogodhani or their own nails that are not making sense. Instead, they are following your mood board. What am I saying? Gather a folder, put together a folder where it has different kind of nails, different kind of braids, different kind of barbering services, different kind of color if they're doing color, and let them say, Madam, I can be able to produce this. I can be able to produce this. I can be able to produce this. I can be able to produce this or this or this or this or this. Even in skincare, now you must be exposed to the level of the kind of machines. Is it a 19-in-1? Is it an 18-in-1? Is it a 14-in-1? Even in skincare, you must be exposed enough to understand what kind of products that are there exclusively that are not found on the shelf. So that usisikie, nasitataja hizo brands. So that we don't get to know it is this brand. Let me not mention that. We have exclusive products that if you are a proper premium skincare esthetician or a proper therapist, you should be able to know my body anatomy. Unanijua, we are elevating our exposure of doing the technical final approvals to the point whereby if you have no clue around that, kama haujui ni nini inahitajika kwa services za facial, you will not be able to ask questions. If you don't know what happens during the Swedish massage, you'll not be able to ask the right questions. Even the shaping of nails, you're keen on that. Then you're keen on the communication between the candidate and the person whom he's working on, or the person whom she is working on. You're looking at the execution plan. Here at Salons Assured, I wish I could stand. Here at Salons Assured, tukiona mse, if we see somebody anafanya nails, Guys, my technical guys, please come. Tukiona mtu anafanya nails na tukiona if you see someone has done nails and they are taking 3 hours, that's not that needs training. We have to do a polishing program for them. If you see someone has come here and they're doing practicals for, they usually do practicals. Now they are doing practicals for even 4 hours, just doing braids, just doing cornrows, and you're taking 4 hours, 4 good hours. That's a problem. So we do immense, we do thorough practicals here. We are looking at speed, we are looking at time. You have to be involved as a manager. This person started at 8 a.m. Where are you? You have to be involved as a manager. You have to be involved as a team lead. This person started at this time. Where are you? You have to be involved. So that's why we are saying seclude one day for proper technical and oral interviews. Then we're also saying you have to see the finishing procedures. Anamaliza aje. Are they finishing and they are leaving everything carelessly there? Are they finishing and the bins are carelessly everywhere? Are they finishing and your polish is not closed? Are they finishing and the roofs are messed up? You can only achieve that if you have a bank of people. You can only achieve that if you have a pool of people. But come on, source one person at a time. You will pick any person. You just pick anyone. You are looking at the cleanliness after service. You are looking at the client's comfort and professionalism around it. You are keen, you are hands-on. If you're the one managing that process of sourcing, screening, you have to be hands-on. So at least by the end of the day, you need to know, if I am doing 3 interviews, who is my finest that I am picking? Do not, I don't want to go to do not fast. Let us go and push this line. This notes. The protocols of sourcing. My number is this: 07 15 500. From firefighting nightmares, thinking about the staff are the problem, but staff are never the problem. Systems are. 07 15 500 631. Reach out to that number. He is going to just DM him right now. 631 268. DM them right now. They're going to help you. I want to go to point. Please reshare. Please invite your colleagues. If you're new here, you just joined me right now. Invite. We are talking about matters stuff. We are talking about matters. Ati staff are the problem. Karo Kimani. Ati Benji. Ati staff are the problem. No. Tayari Beauty, staff are the problem. No. Lean, my manager, are staff the problem. My practice, are staff the problem. Staff will never be the problem. Mike, I guess you're here. Thanks for joining this live. Staff will never be the problem. From experience, staff will never be the problem. Systems are. And we've just spoken about the intensive aggressive sourcing. I want to go to the next point. I want us to reach 16K. We're going to the next point. I want us to reach to 16K. Sourcing is the problem.
For those who are saying staffing is the problem, let them DM Sounds Assured right now with that real case scenario of what they will experience.
If you have and I totally acknowledge that umefanyiwa character development. We are. Tumefanyiwa ile kitu. Staff, you hired staff A, akatoka from first floor, alikuwa amegain all the clients wa barber shop na akaenda ground floor. Tumefanyiwa ile kitu wase. I totally acknowledge things are not okay. I acknowledge that we have a staff who is in your salon na haezi embrace wale juniors wanaingia. I acknowledge people management is a headache. And I acknowledge that we are in an industry whereby craftsmanship, art is key than business. I acknowledge that ethics in the industry have become a problem, and I'm heading right there. I acknowledge that we have not voiced the information of ethics. We have not anything that hits, anything that thinks, anything that feels like it bending the policies, the procedures, the protocols of of your business. What I'm only telling you is, once you understand that the policies and the procedures of the space, people will never be the problem, the customers are never the problem, the owner is not the problem, systems are. And what we are reminding ourselves is, have one-on-one beauty tech salon. Have one-on-one. Can I talk to Jaffa? Can I talk to Jaffa? Laughing at kuingia kitchen. If you're that person, please behave. Because pride comes before a fall. Pride comes before a fall. If you're that person who thinks that you are bigger than your salon, if you're that person who, because you're so good in your craft, that you cannot be able to be tamed, if you're not able to be tamed, that you're not attending the business meeting, we are saying that we want to create content na unajifanya wewe ndio mnoma, wewe ndio umefika, wewe ndio ulianza na bosi. If you're that person, it's just a matter of time. The business protocol, the business procedures, the business policies are bigger than every owner who is here. Thank you, Bram Colorist, for joining. Thank you, Ashley. Thank you, Gata. Thank you for joining. Please share with your people that they need to be in this meeting. Please, Zeritu, I'm so sorry for our team keeping you. I'm so sorry for Ebo 07 now. Prince, I don't give my number always. Please DM me right away. 0706 28 0706 55 10 28. DM me after this. Our belief is we don't keep people during the interview session. Sometimes we usually have 30 interviews here, and sometimes it will delay, but we have to communicate. And I believe that our team are hearing that. Apologies for that. What we are saying is, protocols of hiring are going to be followed without thinking about staff. The protocols of sourcing, screening, onboarding, normalize the industry. And I know you're watching me. You have to normalize doing background checks. You have to normalize calling where this person is coming from. You have to normalize reaching out. And when you reach out, please ask these two questions. What was the good thing about this person? Where do you think this person needs to improve? There are some employers who will not say anything good about you, but you as the person who is calling, normalize on calling about two things, only two things. Normalize on calling about what is the good thing about it. Do always a background check. That is where we are moving towards. We are moving towards always doing a background check. 07, my personal number, 0706 55 10 28. 0706 55 10 28. For more other support, 0715 500 631. Sound please. Hii imetoka. Bram is saying sound please. We are moving away where we are thinking about staff are the problem. Staff are not the problem. To the point whereby it is month 6 and you're complaining about staff A, you either stop complaining or you let that staff go. Now, I'm talking about where you have just done the technical interview. Move away from doing a technical interview. If you're the manager here, I want you to think about, you have put together all your mood board. Mood board ni umeweka nails zako zote pamoja, umetoka umeweka nywele zako zote pamoja. Uliza huyu technician mwenye anafanya interview, which kind of service can they be able to do against this? You understand? Maybe the mood board you've automated is now on your gadget. Make sure they are able to understand what kind of service are they able to achieve. During the technical service, we are looking at different ways. It's not just the skills. You're looking at their preparation. You're looking at their hygiene. You're looking at their consultation. Your audio kuna shida. Let me know if it's clear. Let me know if it's clear. Let me know if it's clear. I'm using my mic. Let me know if it's clear. Let me know. Thank you, Mia. Thank you, Raquel. Let me know if it's clear. Just maybe if somebody else from in-house tech to let me know. Let me know if it is clear. Most importantly, we are saying we are moving away from nightmares of sourcing. We are moving away from nightmares of screening. We are moving away from nightmares of speedy impulse sourcing. We are here. A brand that you built, a brand that you put all the resources of equipment, tools, and products. You're just taking anyone anywhere. No. We are moving away from that. We are moving away from that. We are going to be intentional in when we are onboarding. During onboarding of staff, we have 3 documents. And if you're here, please take your notes clearly. Sound, please. Guys, my technical guys, Jaffa, Terry, I need your help here. During your technical, audio is off. Hii imeshikana na wapi? Jaffa, please come. Just a minute. My team, my team. Jaffa, they're saying that the audio is off. Is it this? Hii imeshikana na wapi? Let me know. Well, am I clear? I've just removed my podcast mic. Is it clear now? Lynn, is it clear? Let me know whether you're able to hear me. Lynn, are you able to hear me now? Thank you, Miss. Thank you. Come up on Nairobi, Mombasa. Thank you. I have worked with you guys and I'm grateful. Asante sana. We can hear you. I want to know. Okay, thanks. You're good, yeah? Sawa. There are 3 documents. when we are onboarding. 3 documents you have to follow. Document number 1 is the document called biodata. My number is 0715 500 268, 0715 500 134, 0715 500 631. We have 3 documents you have to give your staff. I know some of you have staff and you have no profile of them. You have no profiles of them. Now today, get the 3 documents, the biodata. The biodata, let me just open one. The biodata is a key important tool to help you understand. Let me open one, guys, here. Biodata. This is a form that helps you understand where your staff is coming from. The biodata is somewhere here. We have so many documents. We have a biodata, and it helps you understand where your staff is coming from. We always ask for their contact. We ask for their next of kin. We ask for their nationality. We ask for their relationships. We ask where their formal background in terms of schooling. We ask their specialization, whether they are barbers, whether they are hairstylists. What are they very good at? You have to know that. We usually ask, that document helps you understand who you mtu ni wa wapi exactly. Where have they come from? That is a document 1. So you're telling all your staff, please feed for me this. Si kizungu mingi, enda na hii document unijazie. Mi nataka ID yako ndani. Let me tell you, once you elevate yourself, Mr. Bramwell, once you elevate yourself, Madam Lynn, the code of ethics. The code of ethics is whereby many a times in the industry, we have always been hired, and when we are hired, you are sent in a salon somewhere, and the existing staff are never prepared. The existing staff create a defense. If you've seen that, please put in the chat box. Let me know you are hiring somebody and the people who have been there with you since you started hawataki uandike mtu mwingine. Or if the people who have been there, they don't want you to employ somebody else, even you are afraid that the person who is being hired atachukua sales zangu. Right? So the owner or the management, lean, whereas aesthetic, J praise, you have to prepare your existing staff. You have to let your people know that for these resources, these 2 massage rooms, not one person can hit my target. For this kind of price list, I need 2 people to avoid monopoly. We hire because of 3 things. We hire to avoid monopoly. We hire to ensure that the shifts are well balanced. If you are opening at 6 a.m., the next shift is at 10 a.m. or 9 p.m., 9 a.m., the person who is closing, like we have cover to cover. And the third thing is the resources we have. You cannot have a lash bed, and you don't have someone doing lashes, right? So those 3 inputs is you have to prepare your team. For me to be, you will see people within this space. The thing is, we don't let our staff know that you will keep still seeing new faces within our organization. So you have to prepare your staff that they will keep seeing new stuff. Now on code of ethics, I'm still opening up my other documents. We have so many documents. Code of ethics, these are protocols, these are policies, these are procedures that protect the business. This is the constitution. This is the constitution. The code of ethics is the one that protects the brand. The code of ethics is bigger than you, the owner. The code of ethics is bigger than you, the business, the manager. The code of ethics these are precisions that help you to ensure that the discipline, the teamwork, the hygiene, the service, every team member is part of it. Every team member, as long as you are part of that. Every team member is part of it. This applies to everyone. If we say no shorts, why are you the business owner wearing? If we say no cleavage, why are you wearing that top of cleavage? Because you're the owner? So I'm talking to us, thinking about what are the gaps within the marketplace, because staff are not the problem. Staff will never be the problem. Every time we think about code of ethics, it's more about staff, clients retention. Please, nothing personal. We are only saying clients retention. If you feel you're bigger than clients retention, then the industry will shape you out. If you feel like you're bigger than the clients retention, the industry will shape you out. Help me reach 18K. On TikTok, help me reach 18K. Please reshare with your staff, because somehow the code of ethics is missing within our industry. The protocols, the professionalism is missing. And that is where you have one-on-one. Now you've just screened, you've done the technical interviews. The next step is you want to have one-on-one with this staff. Let them know the expectations you want as a business owner. This is a document which you don't give them unawambia jisome. No, you sit with them one-on-one, sharing with them your expectations. Let them know, karibu sana at Lean, karibu sana at Pal, karibu sana at Lucius, and at Lucius, the protocols, the policies are bigger than all of us. If you do not know a service, please do not do it. At Lucius, we don't encourage shouting. At Lucius, you cannot familiarize with our customers. At Lucius, you cannot use your cell phone while working on customers. At Lucius, you have to prepare your station before a service starts. At Lucius, you cannot keep clients waiting. At Lucius, at the reception level, every client is spoken to within 10 seconds. At Lucius, if the bins are full, all of us are responsible to remove. At Lucius, unawambia yoyote. Unawambia at Lucius, we don't sit on the customer's chairs. That should be designed and communicated on day one. The reason to why we struggle, you see somebody is a problem, someone is sleeping on your chair. Au kumwambia? Unadhania anatumia common sense, no? Common sense is not common to everyone. You didn't tell this person at Brown Salon, at Johnny Hairstylist, at this kind salon, we are not allowed to sleep in the barber shop. We are not allowed to sleep in the salon. At Lucia's, we don't smell or drink alcohol. You've not taken your staff through, you've not intentionally, hands-on, ensure that your staff, your new staff, understand that here we don't speak mother tongue. The code of language is only English and Swahili. At Lucia's, the time of attendance is 8 a.m., not 8:05. Let them know from day one. At Lucia's, we always wear name tags. At Lucia's, we always wear this kind of t-shirts. At Lucia's, we don't use cell phones while working on customers. At Lucia's, you cannot divert our clients during your off day. At Lucia's, you cannot receive payments on your phone. Please, I hope we are getting it. People are not the problem. How did you onboard them? How did you let them know that this is your expectation? This is what we want. You cannot work within the same vicinity. If I'm hiring you at Ambience Mall, you can't work within the same well salon at Ambience Mall. You can't. Ethics, manner, you know. Now, don't think about exiting. You have to build this staff to be competent, to be reliable, to be the best so that they exit. Mimi nikisikia hiyo kama ona nasikia kama funny. Ouch. Kwa ground tofauti. Now I hope you've all understood the process of sourcing, screening, onboarding. The process of sourcing, screening, onboarding. It will never be about the staff. Staff are never a nightmare. We have brands here in Nairobi. I'm answering the person who asked me matters payment. We have brand here in Nairobi who is very renowned, who is doing so well. This brand, when you walk into that space as a staff, you'd work for about 3 to 4 customers a day. 3 to 4 customers a day. Now they hire, and while they are hiring, they don't give retainers. Why? Because this person will work towards 3 to 4 customers a day. They don't give retainers. 3 to 4 customers a day. What I mean is, that is a brand that is well renowned. That's a brand that they've worked on themselves. That's a brand that they know very well. We can always design our own tiered commissions. Tiered commissions means between 0 to 150K, we are paying this much. Now, if you're a business owner, please write this down. I am about to answer the question of commission. When you make 3,000 shilling, what percentage should go to marketing? Please write for me on that chat box. Let me know, let me read your mind. What percentage should go to marketing from that 3,000 shilling? What percentage should go to 3,000? Jackie Proskin, you're here. You've made 3,000 shilling. Jackie, let me put 3,500. Jackie, you've made 3,500. How much goes into products? You're a skincare expert. How much goes into products? You've made 3,000 shilling. I'm answering the question of commissions. How much goes into marketing? How much goes into products? 3,000 shilling. Then the 3,000 shilling, how much goes into utilities? Utilities are the rents. How much, what is that percentage that goes into utilities? Nobody's writing for me on the chat box. 20% on marketing, thank you. Thank you. 20% on them. Nataka kujua 20, umefanya 3K. So sita, imeenda kwa marketing. Si ndio? Then, tunaenda kwa products. Jackie, you should be helping me to write this on the Instagram chat box. Jackie, how much goes into into the products. You've made 3,000 shilling. Products inakula how much? 3,000 of maybe manicure. Let's say tips. 3,000 of tips. How much is going into the 3,000? Let's say 15%, right? Nyankandiaga, 15 kama uko Nairobi, okay, 3,000, not 3,000, 15% is going to products. 15% is going into products. Then, if 15% is going to products, the operations in your business, the rent, the Wi-Fi, the electricity, communication, software system, receptionist salaries, welfare should not go beyond about 20% on products. Thank you, Lewis. 20% on products. The operations in your business out of the 3,000 should not go beyond 30 to 35, thereabout. 30 to 35. Tumesema 15, tumesema 20% in marketing. If you're good, if you respect marketing protocols. Then tumesema 15 to 20% inaenda kwa products. Hii ni 40% ishakulwa yote kwa marketing. Then tumeenda kwa operations, meaning the rents and the rest of the requirements that are required in the business. That means, and I know it might sound a little bit difficult, but these are the people who are freelancers and they want to open their own. So what we are saying is, thank you for loving my voice checks, asante. I'm saying out of the 15%, out of the 15% that has gone into marketing, or 20% that has gone into marketing, 15% that has gone to products, that is already 35. We are saying 30% should go to operations. 30% is your rent, is your electricity, is your Wi-Fi, is your communication, is the software system, meaning your business is running. Thank you, Kazedena, for joining. Your business is running. Then, how much percentage now goes into the wage bill, the commission structure? What is that? I'm not going to answer you. Reach out to 0706551028. I know you are an existing business owner, but the decision you made about the 50% commission, the decision you made of the 50% commission, and still you're providing products, even if you make 10 million, it will eat you up. It's gonna eat you up. It's gonna eat you up. For those that are joining me in, it's a lose, yeah, it's a lose. It's a gambling. What percentage will you use for marketing? What percentage will you use to buy products with? For the people who ask their staff to buy products. Standardization, man, the industry has changed. What I mean is the customers are well exposed. The customers are well traveled. The customers of today, you are not the first stylist. You're not the first nail tech. You're not the first person who is handling them. So that first impression when they walk into your business and you've decanted a bottle of product, that first impression whereby there is no exceeding expectation. Exceeding expectation means today a cup of tea is not exceeding. Today is not exceeding. Today cleanliness is not exceeding. Men, they are so exposed that for us to satisfy them, it is not even in the first visit, neither the second visit, neither the third visit. Please help me remove Ambare. Help me with writing very matope on the chat box. It is not the fourth visit. What I'm saying is the kind of expectation our clients are looking for. You have to be intentional as a brand with all the love. You have to be intentional as a brand to ensure that your positioning as a brand is not lukewarm. Your positioning as a brand is very aggressive. Your first goal today after this session, go forth and position yourself. Go forth and ensure that your brand is the talk of Nairobi, either in quality, either in visibility, either in terms of the most convenient that we have. Your work is to dive into the ocean to become the next thing that the reputation will be all out there. Because the staff, the consumers, the customers who walk into your business, your neighbor is not the problem. The nightmares we have within the salon space, the nightmares that we borrowed from the people who started these salons, the nightmares that we have had hurting each other is going to stop because you are going to be an intentional owner, you're going to be an intentional management where you're going to invest in aggressive sourcing of staff. Whether you have people or not, whether you have people or not, you are going to invest in sourcing whether you have people or not. You are going to invest in intentional meeting of these staff, intentional meeting, intentional engagement with your staff. You have to be intentional in preparing your existing staff. You have, from now, you have to be intentional and let your people know that we will keep hiring. We will keep rehiring, and I need your support. As a senior stylist, you have worked with me. I want you to see that in the next 2 months, we will hire more people. You have to start preparing your staff. You have to think about the oral question template. Go and develop one or reach out to me. Develop that oral questionnaire template where you are dissecting all the questions: matters trauma, matters anger, matters sales, matters behavior, matters reliability, matters staff attendance. Because while you see the red flags of that staff today, that red flag yenye hata saizi ile red flag yenye ati mnaitisha meetings na staff hawaingii meetings, that red flag ungeiona day one. Do not rush to hire. Do not rush to hire, my bosses who are here. Miss Kanze, do not rush to hire. Sir John, do not, if you're gonna own your own salon, do not rush to hire staff. Miss, do not rush to hire staff. Mash nails, do not rush. If one day you open your salon, position your brand. Position your brand that you can be thorough in technical interviews. When you agree with that staff, ukishamshika hivi, huyu ni wako. The next thing is do the biodata. The last thing is we have a certain document, we call it a contract. With all due respect, my dear business fellow owners who are here, the people who earn commission, we term them as independent contractors. These are people who are business within business. They are independent contractors in a shared space. Meaning, for them, they are eligible to remit their own taxes. And yes, the government is reaching out to us. The government is knocking on your doors. The government is ensuring that have they been obligated to pay the 5% withholding tax. If you want more information on that, 0706 55 10 28. Especially the big brands today in the marketplace, KRA is on our doors. You cannot evade. You cannot evade. And what is that we get into perception? You have to know that you are building as a brand. You cannot evade. You just need to negotiate better. Staff retention. I measure the leadership capacity of staff retention, ability to retain the highest earning staff. You see, during the humble beginning, and let us not discuss this, Mr. Jaffa, again, with any whiteboard. So, staff retention, during the humble beginnings, when this staff is making zero sale, when this staff is not known in the space, when this staff is having continuous training, during the humble beginnings, during the humble beginnings, this is clear. During the humble beginnings, you are calling staff, you are reaching out to them. During the humble beginnings, you are asking them to share content. During the humble beginnings, you are telling them there is thorough cleaning. During the humble beginnings, you're able to tame your staff. Lini, si ni ukweli? Saa zile umechora mtu tu job hivi, ni rahisi kumfanya unataka kumzungusha. During the humble beginnings, you are able to manage your staff. During the humble beginnings, you are able to manage your staff. During the humble beginnings, here, during the humble beginnings, if we talk about content creation, they are present. If we talk about meetings, they are present. If you talk about one-on-one meetings, they are present, you know, during the humble beginnings. When you talk about nini ingine inafanyikanga kwa humble beginnings, my technical guys, hey, wacha tu nifuate kenye unataka. Humble beginnings. You've just hired a new staff. You've just hired a new staff during the humble beginnings. Who you new staff? The new staff during the humble beginnings, and I'm about to finish my life. During the humble beginnings, they can be managed well. You're asking them for thorough cleaning. They're present. I know you've been here. During the humble beginnings, you are asking them to come for content creation. They're present. During the humble beginnings, you're asking them to be part of welfare. They are present. During the humble beginnings, you're asking them to go and prospect. They are present. During the humble beginnings, now we measure the leadership capacity of how you're able to retain staff when they grow optimal. Optimal means, your staff is making 100K. Your staff is making 80K. You know, your staff is making 40K and make dough. Your staff is going home with 60K. Your staff is the best in upper. Your staff has become the best in color. The humble beginnings. Your staff is abiding to the ethics during the humble beginning. Now here, this is where we are tested, the business owners. The testing is not here. The testing is not here, humble beginnings. The testing is when it's optimal. And and I'm still doing research on that. How to manage staff when they're at optimal. What is this that they are looking for? Why would a salon A next door, not salon A, salon B next door open, and when they come and try and poach your staff, the staff says, I am so sorry, I am okay where I am. I am sorry, I am okay where I am. Why? In your salon. What is that why in your barber shop? What is that why in your spa that will make your staff defend your brand? That will make your staff think about, I will not be poached. What are your staff thinking about? What is the exit plan of your staff? Even if salon A, salon B opens from that place and they come and poach my people, they come and start having engagement to my staff are. And loyalty is measured in welfare. Well, loyalty is measured in culture. Is your space full of conversations about sales? That your staff knows, hata mwingine afungue hapa, ile ndo natengeneza hapa. Is it full of welfare? Where some of the brands right now, some brands, the owners are intentionally knowing family members. Is it a place whereby hata wakinunuliwa, issue si commercial business, issue ni culture, sleek K, issue ni culture, and that is the most expensive system to build. Culture, that even if they go and they want to come back, because there is a why in your brand. Issue is culture. Culture whereby what is the DNA of your brand? The DNA beyond sales, beyond services. What is the DNA of your brand? And as I come to an end, I have 7 minutes. If you have a question, the problem, yes, it's us. We are not investing, Miss We are not investing. We are not putting our mind, our zeal. We are not the CEOs. We are the founder syndrome, where it's resources that talks here. Sometimes it goes beyond resources, because even the next owner who will come in has resources. Am I making sense? It's not about the money. What kind of culture are you building? And if you're listening to me right now, if you have a question, that character development, that one that you feel like, Pauline, how do we deal with this? Just write on the chat box in the next 6 minutes. I have 6 in the next 6 minutes, I'm out. In the next 6 minutes, I'm out. In the next 6 minutes, I'm out. Being joined, who are joining this live. There are people who are joining this live, right?
Yeah, they can join.
You can join the live.
When you join, they can unmute their mics and they can talk.
If you are here, you've joined, you can unmute. Adding value to your staff can help retain. Yes, add value. We have a business owner who takes their staff to Dubai, and it's not a luxury visit. I think she usually.
Yeah, I think Rachel.
She usually books some clients in Dubai, and the staff are working on them. What is that value? Jaffa, what is that value you would want me to add to you? So you guys write on the chat box.
Yeah, Rachel.
You can have anyone who has a question. Rachel, Pesh, do you have a question? Miss, do you have a question or any comment? Miss, do you have any comment?
Yes, I can comment.
Mm-hmm.
You guys, and I needed to know I can I had to make an appointment to your office.
Miss, I can't hear you well, my dear. We can't hear you well. Any question? Any question? Any question? Any question? If there's mute, but they're muted, please please stop spamming. Stop spamming the chat. Pesh, continue. Miss, continue. Do you have any question as I answer?
What I would like to know is how you make your people and
How you will do what?
because I've learned how you can make videos, pictures, like Facebook and Instagram.
Okay, that is in our next video. Just write this number down, Miss. 0715, again, 500 631. He's an expert with anything content. Man, I wish I would show you the back end of what is happening behind here. These guys are experts in terms of everything content in-house. So I'm sure he's going to help you. Just call him. And also, we're going to have some continuous sessions, matters, social media. Is it okay to charge your employees for skills? Yes, sometimes, yeah. Especially when it's a new skill. It's a new skill. Like we have a new skill we are doing in Kisii, and we are going to be training on wig installation. We're going to be training on lashes. We have and because she's the one, and it's a very tight contract. So yes, you could still charge your staff in terms of skill enhancement with the agreement you have. If you're leaving that employer, do not burn bridges. The thin line is do good as the way you want goodness to be done unto you. That's the thin line. And sing just to the right protocol. I love they're sourcing on struggling with staff. If you see that you're struggling with staff, either at a salon, thinking about the online referral. Do not think about the next owner. Do not think about that you are you do not think about that you are that braider who has made it with some clients, and therefore I'm looking for a business. I'm looking for a client who will start a salon with me, and as they start a salon with me, the next thing is here live the beauty marketing matters sales. Asanteni sana. Bye. Bye.
Hebu tuanze kutumia emoji za claps, za claps. This conference is going to invite every single you. And you would like to wind up? Would like to wind up?